Hello everybody, Catboyvan here. Well, it's part 2 of the G.I. Joe Cobra backstory. All the way, this time, we're going to be talking about the storyline Cobra II. After the success of G.I. Joe Cobra, the first one, which was supposed to be just a short miniseries, but due to the fact of its popularity, there was a sequel released, which would be known as G.I. Joe Cobra II. This was the second printing cover. There's no trade paperback for this yet, so I have to look at all the individual issues. This is the second printing issue, which I like. It's just giant Cobra symbol. And it's also reflective, too. So you can see my finger, if you look. So neat. But anyway, here's how the story, it's like backstory saying what happened from the last few issues, I guess. Apparently General Hawk is recruiting a new member of G.I. Joe. An Asian American woman, don't know her name. On an undercover assignment to find Chuckles, and revealing that Jinx has been killed. Then the story, it's revealed that she's been given the codename Chameleon, which we'll get to that point later. Then the story goes back to Cobra, which it should. It's in the title. The entire thing should have just been about Cobra. Anyway, we meet up with Erica from the last series. And we find out more about Cobra's structure. In this, apparently all the Cobra hierarchy members have as personal assistants, apparently. And Erica works as the personal assistant for the Crimson Twins, Tomax and Zaymon. Apparently, she's apparently volunteers to be the assistant to Cobra member Crocmaster, who is apparently first time we've seen Crocmaster. Okay. Oh, and we also get a cameo from the Baroness, which slightly reveals a little more about her character, but it's more like foreshadowing, really. And it also kind of shows that her relationships with the Crimson Twins, which is not very great. And apparently Chuckles is being held in a Russian prison or something. Well, it is the old Soviet Republic, so. And apparently Chameleon is coming to rescue him, but he kind of thinks that it's Jinx. It's like, that's a little weird, but whatever. And this is what Chuckles looks like now. He has a beard. That's the end of issue 1. Issue 2, which I got the incentive cover. Anyway, it reveals more about Chuckles' plan to get out of prison, which he does. And we also find, and that nerdy guy also apparently is working as an assistant for one of the Cobra members. And which he happens to be the assistant of the character Crystal Ball, a Cobra member who's a master hypnotist, which was in the toy series, which he was one of the considerably characters that nobody wanted. It's like the character Raptor. Nobody wanted him. I own him. And Raptor 2. But anyway, Chuckles escapes with a ex-Cobra Viper from prison. Apparently kills him. The nerd guy is revealed to be working with Chuckles. And they they're gonna go after Cobra and take them down. Here's a picture. For issue 3, it's more of just the nerd guy meeting Chameleon, Erica doing some assistant duties and stuff. Erica is interrogated by the nerd guy. It's also revealed that nerd guy is the son of Crystal Ball. Well, if you're a gypsy hypnotist, your son obviously is going to be a nerd. Of course. A computer nerd, of course. Anyway, Chuckles is trying to get back in shape. Apparently in prison, you don't get back in shape. Chameleon apparently has a sword. Weird. Let's see. Foreshadowing, and also Erica gets tasked to join up with a bunch of Cobra Vipers to find Chuckles and kill him. But somehow she gets out of that deal and goes and has an encounter with Crocmaster in his sewage because she's trying to escape. And at the time of reading this, it looks like she killed him. Apparently not, because he's mentioned later. But she is saved by Chameleon. Alright, last official issue of G.I. Joe Cobra II is, well, issue 4. Also, a little side note, this is the first time we see Cobra Commander in any of the IDW G.I. Joe comics. We've seen the other characters plenty of times, but not Cobra Commander. Erica and Chameleon talk, the Cobra Vipers start going after Chuckles, but Chuckles kills them. Except for one, which Chameleon cuts the Viper's head off. Chuckles is wounded and stuff, but then it's also revealed that the nerd guy has been hypnotized to try to kill them, but Chameleon kills him instead. And apparently Chuckles walks away, apparently, and Chameleon takes Erica into G.I. Joe custody. And also, Chameleon just quits G.I. Joe. Apparently it's a lot easier than most people think. Chuckles faints because of blood loss, and he wakes up in a room. And who is above him? But Cobra Commander. This is the IDW version of Cobra Commander. Yeah, that's kind of different from his more military style. But whatever. And that is technically where G.I. Joe Cobra II ends. The story actually continues. No, there's no G.I. Joe Cobra 3. The story really continues back with just going back to G.I. Joe Cobra and just continue the numbering from there. I got time left. The next few issues, starting with 5, goes to another story. This time we meet Serpentor, the Cobra Emperor, saying the line from the G.I. Joe animated movie. Let me move this. The sun's kind of... Sorry about that. I am just doing this sitting down in my bed. My dad's. Anyway, he's yelling, Cobra, la 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 la! But in this in the IDW universe, it's revealed that Serpentor is actually a cultist, apparently of think Scientology, but connected to Cobra. It's revealed that Serpentor's real name is Stefan Mishana. I think I'm pronouncing that wrong, but whatever. Minasia. That's it, Minasia. That's how it was. Stefan Minasia. And he has a group known as the Coil, which he claims is not a religious group, but it's revealed to be is. This is another reference to the Image slash Devil's Due version of G.I. Joe, which Serpentor came back and created a group known as the Coil, which were sponsors of him. First part's a news interviewer interviewing him, questioning him about people who've disappeared completely. And he's saying, don't worry about it. Our group's safe and all. Then the story goes to a man known as Scoop, which is a reference to the Deke G.I. Joe series / Marvel Comics. Scoop was in the Deke series. Scoop was a Cobra Crimson Guardsman who infiltrated G.I. Joe. But he would eventually betray Cobra and join up with G.I. Joe permanently. This Scoop seems to be an older man, not really connected to G.I. Joe, except for his friendship with General Hawk, which General Hawk asks him to investigate the Coil. I don't see why is this a G.I. Joe matter, but disappearances sound more like a federal case. But Scoop's apparently resourceful, apparently getting into, the website of the CIA, more classified stuff. And he also investigates the Coil, and eventually actually goes to one of their headquarters and tries to investigate it. While investigating it, he sees a lot of snake references, of course. And he finds an underground room with a table full of blood. I wonder what that means! And the thing that freaks him out is this picture on the wall. Well, that obviously would freak someone out. Due to the time, I'm gonna end part 2 here and continue up with part 3 next. Probably I'll be able to talk about the rest then. Well, I'm Catboyvan. See you guys next time in part 3 of the G.I. Joe Cobra backstory.